Yo, what the fuck is going on? Today is November 25th. We are getting awfully close to Gobble Day. So we're going to go over penny stocks, pre-market, and open market. One thing I do want to note before I start is going over the weekend review. We found that things fading into open usually suck ass. And then we also found that stocks under $1 have kind of faded a little bit, at least last week. So stocks from 1 to 3, 1 to 4 have been really well with a pre-market. We also found that a lot of tickers over $5 have also been moving a lot, but a lot of those last week had no pre-market. So just something to kind of point out going forward. We're going to start with CGTX. And right off the bat, we have this push off the rip and then just kind of fades out with no volume. To me, it's a sub-dollar stock. It is fading. The chances of this producing anything worth my while is pretty low. Now, it doesn't mean it can't go to $1 million a share right off the rip, but I'm just not taking it. And you can see here, dog shit. So this is why going over the weekend and reviewing the trades is always beneficial. But moving on, we have CRNC. This was a not day 2 move, day 3 at this point, but it's a multi-day runner. 760 was its previous high on Friday. No real pre-market here. As soon as I get this, I just kind of stayed away from it. I stayed away from most multi-day names in general, but we have been seeing day 2, day 3, day 4 moves, so it is always good to keep up previous runners up, especially ones like CRNC that have run for a couple days now. So it did dip to the daily 200, so technically this could be a little bounce spot if that is your thing, but other than that, it just kind of stayed below the Friday's highs and then just kind of died out. So not a whole lot there. CTXR, this one, if we look at the 30-day, it was just no real kind of moves. So it's not really a multi-day, but it is just it's been getting cooked like a brisket for a while now. And this pre-market really doesn't stand out to me as far as being super bullish. We're under VWAP. It's like a head and shoulders, but it failed to, like, this even failed right here to kind of even get back to like there or something. Like, we're not even getting the full head and shoulders look here. It's like acting pretty weak. Best case for this is it pops to VWAP right here and does like a little maybe double top here and then just kind of fades out. Luckily for us, this thing just faded off the rip. These are always the best because then I can just get rid of them, and usually they don't come back. Sometimes you have midday pushes and stuff creeps back up, but with a pre-market like this, usually it doesn't happen that often. So CTXR and CGTX both so far have been dog shit. Moving on, we have KULR. This one's a nice day 1 move. We are over kind of pivotal levels here at 50 cents. It also ran, it didn't really run, but I do have this 55-cent level here on pre-market. It kind of pushed to, but you can see here this kind of 50-cent range is kind of like the pivotal level we're looking at. So let's look. Going into open, we are pushing. So one thing that I did see also from last week from my review is anything kind of pushing at highs tends to have like a pop, and then usually what it'll do is it'll do this and then just kind of fade out. So with KULR, I missed this dip right here. We're also getting a lot of good 1-minute dips off open, so it's always, low volume trade here up to here is a really good move. This was also a nice dip back to pre-market highs right here, although it did break it a little bit, but kind of held that, and it did do a double top. We've seen so many double tops last week. So again, coming into a Monday, if I see it, I'm just going to probably stay away. But we do, so this candle right here, I thought she was cooked. She got fucking smoked. but she came all the way back up here. So when we do like this like triple top thing, a lot of times we get an extension out of it. And we were in a gap fill level, so the gap fill started at 68, ended at 80. So for me, as like a cup and handle type of vibe move, I took some here off of this 69 level. Nice. And yeah, she held VWAP and then just didn't want to fucking break. So this KULR, just overall, just one of, when I'm looking at this price action, it's, I need like the extra strength Tylenol to even kind of look at this fucking shit, because you know, this was a nice, to me this was a good dip. I was looking for an extension here, even just to pop to like 78 or so, kind of like to this range. And even if it failed, I would have been happy with that, but we just don't, we not getting the break. It's super frustrating sometimes. So I did kind of get a small win here, but, and then it comes all the way back, and then here again, I think that this stock is pretty much dead. I'm just going to let it be. So it does this move, it gets cooked again, it comes down to the intra 200, which intra 200 dips have been really good, but they also, for something like this, extended moves, you know, they haven't really worked that much. They're good for like early morning dip ads, but not for something like this. We break it, we come all the way back up. So we straight up, we go sideways here. This is a nice kind of VWAP reclaim flag. And then it breaks. It's just, and then this right here, solid double bottom flag right here. Right here, we have this like mini consolidation. One pop, coming back down, hold that level, and then push. This is like the definitions of great ads right here, off of 71, 72. It goes straight. So this is kind of the move I wanted here. I wanted this to be here. You know, maybe putting another leg up to 85, go up to $1. Who knows, right? It's Monday. We have yearly highs here at 90, so anything's on the table. But this was a nice flag, nice double bottom flag here. Note to self that we're getting aggressive pull downs and aggressive like pushbacks. So you kind of have to add off the bigger, deeper pullbacks. And even here, like this was probably the best ads that actually held at a high level to me that I see. You have this here, but as far as a good 5-minute setup, this was pretty fucking solid. She does push, and then just even this whole all the way back down. It's like, to me, am I adding in this area right here? Probably not. I'd have to see it get kind of maybe back here for me to add again. And this, it just goes straight up. Like, tough to me, this is a extremely tough ticker for pattern setup, whatever. This is just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like up, down, 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 up. But to be fair though, volume, price action, the ability to make money on stuff like KULR is really nice. It did fill the gap. It did get close to the yearly highs. So I can't take that away from KULR. I just think that this price action is a little bit infuriating and tough to read at times. But this was nice right here. You do have a VWAP reclaim. This was just weird. I don't know what it is about KULR today. It just kind of throws me off. Anyway, moving on. I don't want this thing to be too long. MSTZ. Where are we? This one ran on Thursday. Down here. On Friday, just kind of faded away. Today, just pop off the morning and then just kind of consolidation here. This thing could be in for potential bigger move later in the week. Who knows? Nothing crazy. It rode the 190 EMA wave, and then that was pretty much it. NMHI. This one was a previous runner. It ran on November 13th. Anytime we're really far away like this, that I've talked about again, and we're kind of fading into open, these are very bearish. I haven't seen like almost any of these really make a move. So always good to, you know, that's pretty much garbage time right there. So moving on, PDYN, another quote unquote day 2. The highs here were around 5. I did like it if it came down and dipped to here, then for kind of like a pushback maybe to like 550, 570, who knows. It did halt here. As soon as it halted, I'm usually out on multi-day ones just because the price action gets super fucking choppy. You have people that are getting bagged on it, so I left this one alone. Really nothing here for me that I like. It stayed under the yesterday's or Friday's highs and then just died off. All right, into the Qs. The amount of Q tickers bothers me. I don't know if it bothers anyone else, but yeah, just I can't keep fucking track of all these Q tickers. Anyways, we have QBTS. So I think all of these are multi-day runners. This one did have a key level at 322 somewhere. Okay, it's not in the past 30 days. Somewhere I have it, there's a key level. It did dip to that and hold it. So we have 1 hold here, 2 hold, 3 hold, 4 hold. Yeah, all that fun jazz. We go straight up. We do a nice little mini flag here off the 190 EMA. And then we kind of double top here a little bit and then fade off. So this is the type of price action we've been seeing a lot of, where it kind of dips, pushes back, double tops, and just fades out. So that's pretty much all I'm going to go over. Nice dip to a key level. It does break pre-market highs, but it also kind of double tops here with pre-market high a little bit, kind of. All right, moving on. QMCO. Got to get through all the Qs. QMCO. Another multi-day runner. Highs were at 1050. This one low volume, but it was still holding up. We have a super nice kind of cup and handle double bottom flag right here. If you're a pre-market trader, I think this is golden. I mean, the volume sucks ass, but this is beautiful, and we're right next to pretty much a gap fill level. Nice. So she goes straight up at the gates into 1570, which is a key level as well, a daily pivotal level. Comes all the way back down. See, this is what I mean. I feel like there's just this aggressive pull down, aggressive up only. So trying to buy consolidation halfway, like next step isn't working. It's more straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Yeah, but this is super nice. Nice push here. This is a nice little 1 minute dip to that pivotal level. Resistance turning support. Right here would have been nice. Not gonna lie. That's nice ads. We fill the gap at 19, and then we rip it. Well, actually, never mind. I don't know if that's 19 to 20 might be the gap fill level here. Yeah, so it's 19 to 20. So this wasn't a gap fill area, but this was. So it halts into the gap fill. It goes straight up, halts. After it's done halting, just goes kind of sideways, I think. Yep, there it is. So overall, nice little pre-market dips here. Nice little 1 minute flag. 1 minute flag dip to the previous high, dip to the previous high, and then bust a nut through there. So that's super nice. Again, we're seeing a lot of rotation into higher price tickers. So that is a move for sure. QMM, this stock I think was just fading off a cliff. I think this was the only one that really wasn't like a multi-day Q name. It did come from 80 cents. So again, to reiterate that one, if it comes from like under $1 and is over $1, it tends to halt. I tend to stay away from these again, just the risk-wise, just sometimes too much. But goes straight up and then straight down. So this is, to me, a high-a-day break and fade pattern. We've seen this quite a few times. There was one last week. I think it was a C. I forget, but it did almost the exact same pattern there. Moving on, we have QSI, another multi-day one. This one just dies off the rip, and the volume is kind of ass as well. just not enough volume for me to really care or give a shit. QUBT, another multi-day one. Highs are at 650. We've seen this pattern quite a few times as well with, I think it was CRNC, or maybe it was QUBT. Was it QUBT? Does it do the same fucking pattern every time? Oh, I think it does. No, I'm thinking of something else. Maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. Maybe it was one of the other Qs. I don't fucking know. There's another one that did this. It kind of like flagged it open and then it broke and then went straight up. And I totally forget and it's going to bother the fuck out of me. But same vibe. It goes straight up. This is a nice little flag here. We have a key pivotal level, daily pivotal at 775. Almost hits 10 and then comes all the way back down and fades out. So I'm not going to go over that one too much. Jesus, there's a lot to get through. RGTI. So this one to me was also really good. Intra 200 dips. It did dip down to this key level at 240, which is nice. It held the intra 200. I got this little flag, dip flag right here, 1 minute little flag here for a push through pre-market highs, which is super nice. And then let's see, what else did we get? I think I also added some here for kind of like this double bottom look and then push back to maybe like this area. It did, again, a lot of stuff to me at least seems to be breaking the pivotal level and then sucking back through it. So I'll have to kind of tune into that type of price action going forward. This was super nice. I wish this would have kind of worked, but it was also pre-market high right here. So again, extended dip and then just push back up. This was to me a nice cup and handle look, a little weird looking, but matching the highs, this dip and then push again. So you could have added, you know, off of this kind of this resistance point at 295, which is super nice. And then yeah, the key pivotal levels were 330 and 340 that we were shooting for off of this one, which we did get there. We didn't complete it, but nice push nonetheless, and then it kind of fails to rotate and dies out the rest of the day. UAVs, this one was also a multi-day runner. I'm not really going to go over it. Kind of this low grind. We do get some little bit volume here, and then we do get a dip to the previous day high right here. So 490. So this would have been a good ad right there. VSTE. All right, VSTE to me had one of the better opening, or I thought would have the better opening. We do have this previous high here around 240. So to me, coming into today, VSTE was one of the better looking ones, although we were below the daily 200, right below it. We have this double top in pre-market. What I wanted was this dip right here, and then kind of a push out back to 3. And unfortunately, we did not, with this one, we didn't get it, which kind of sucks. Because I really did think, you know, we held this, even like right here. I thought with this candle right here, we could push out, but it just never broke this 250 level. So kind of sucks. And then it just kind of died out. It did rotate here, but again, just, man, that 250 level. Oof. Someone didn't want it over 250. I don't know if that's I don't think that's an offering. It just could be someone shorting it here at 250 and just getting a bag. Who knows? I think the 250 level will be on watch for this week, though, just in case. Because that's heavily, I mean, that's super strong right there. All right, moving on. WLDS. This thing was fading into open. It was... yeah, so I don't love this. Best case here for me that I thought was a pushback to VWAP, but we really just never got anywhere with this. Kind of went sideways. WORX was also a multi-day one that ran November 21st. There's no volume here, so I'm not really going to go over it. It did push though, so maybe it gains volume at some point this week. XCUR, another one. It did dip down to that pivotal level at 20. This was a previous day high somewhere over here, maybe that pre-market level. So if you did off of that 20 level, you made a bag as well. This thing went straight up. 19 EMA waved it up to 33. What a fucking trade. That was sick. It's a sick, awesome ad right there. Flat and then nothing else. ZENA. Holy shit, it's the longest video ever. ZENA. Okay, so we have no pre-market, and we have a runner. Looking at it at the open, to me, this is not enough volume to garner my attention. This right here is starting to get okay. Nothing here. It's grinding up. This is like a grinding medium volume play so far. But once it gets to, you know, quarter or half a million per minute, that's pretty good. We have a previous day on ZENA at 324. Do we? Yes, pre-market there at 324. So that's a pivotal level. Nice double bottom, like mini flag right here. This is pretty nice right there. Push here, it comes all the way back down. It's still, it does break it, but it holds this level. We've seen this kind of fake head and shoulders play a few times as well. So I have to kind of look back on today's work and see if this play happens or this pattern happens a lot. We have a nice little pattern here, nice little flag here off of 190 EMA after this extended push. We keep grinding, keep kind of a little bit of double top there, not really. Come all the way back down to VWAP. And shoosh. Damn, dog. Its power hour might be officially back. 2 days, back-to-back trading days. This was a nice little extended flag. Nice break. I mean, this was super nice. Damn. That's sick. Your boy might be back for power hour coming to the rest of the week here. Okay, that was it. That was a lot. Today was a weird day. I think there was scattered attention everywhere. We had plays like KULR that was nice, but also garbage at the same time. That's how I'd put it, I guess. KULR was yin yang, both trash and good. But yeah, there were plenty of setups today. Plenty of ways to make money on the bullish side at least. And yeah, hopefully if we get today ×2 for Tuesday and Wednesday, I think a lot of people will be happy. So hopefully we get that and we have a nice gobble day. Peace.